well hi folks, end of March now, so it's about time to start planting some of my first early new potatoes in. I've got these Charlotte, all chitted away now, so I'll get some planted in these pots. It's absolutely foul outside. I'd usually be doing this outside, but the weather's absolutely atrocious, so I'm going to have to wait until it dries up a bit before I actually put them outside. So I'll just show you what I do. Just got my normal compost. I've actually got some professional stuff this time. I've got a big bulk load of it. So I'm going to fill a pot about halfway up with the compost. I'm going to do it a slightly different way this time to last time. So maybe just short of halfway up. And the fertilizer I'm going to use this year is called Spuds Galore, and if you can, I don't know whether you can see, it's 12, 10, 18 NPK, so it's nearly double nitrogen, sort of double phosphates, and nearly a triple potash, so it should be good for potatoes. So it's quite strong stuff. So I'm only going to use just over an ounce of the stuff. It comes in sort of granulated form, so I'm just going to mix just over an ounce of it into the bottom, into this half pot of compost. So it's not a great deal, but like I said, it is strong stuff. And just for good measure, just going to put a small handful of blood fishing bone in as well. I usually just use blood fishing bone, or last year I used both, and it did seem to come out a bit better potatoes with this Spuds Galore, so I'm going to use it on them all this year. So I'm going to get 2 of my spuds. They're virtually not chitted, but they've got a few little sprouts on. I'm going to plonk these in, push these into the soil, so they're about, the bottom's probably about 2 inches from the bottom of the pot. Space them out at the side, like so. Add a little bit more compost. And then, because new potatoes only tend to sort of grow in the bottom half of the pot, you never seem to get any in the top of the pot. There's a few people this year trying it by putting 4 potatoes in, so 2 lower down and 2 higher up, so hopefully it should fill the pot up with more potatoes. So I'm just going to put 2 more in there at the other side of where the other 2 were, and just add a little bit more compost just to cover those up. So this way we should get probably smaller potatoes, but it doesn't matter when they're new potatoes, but fill the pot up rather than just having it at the bottom. I'll just add a little bit more of this stuff as we go along. So that's that really. So what I'm going to do with these, when they're outside, I would make a trench in the soil like so, make a flat trench about 2 inches deep, and I don't know whether you can see this, I can't see it's that bright. Place the pots in the trench and then cover them up, push soil up around the holes, because if you see they've got holes in, then the roots will grow through the holes and into the soil, and you get a much better crop as well, because they'll get more water and nutrients from the soil as well as being in the pot. But like I said, the weather's foul at the moment, so I'm not doing it. I won't be doing it until it dries up. The soil's just saturated, so if I do that I'll just ruin my soil. So I'm just going to plant a few more of these, and then in another week or so I'll do the main crop ones. Now the only difference with the main crop is I'll just be putting 2 potatoes in, because I don't want smaller potatoes. I want as many big potatoes as possible, so I'll just be putting the 2 potatoes in the bottom. And then what I forgot to say was, and when they start sprouting, when the leaves start to come through, what I'll do is I'll just top the pot up slowly, just to keep a few leaves above surface until I get to the top of the pot, and add the same amount of fertilizer. So I'll probably add another ounce of fertilizer mixed in. So when they start growing, just keep topping it up slowly, but keeping a few leaves, you know, free from the top, so they're not always buried. And then if you do get a frost, just cover it with fleece or something like that. Or if you've just got a few little leaves just bearing through, you can actually just cover those up for the night so you don't get frost. So that's about it folks, just a quick video showing you again how I plant my container grown potatoes. And this year I'm using the Spuds Galore because it seemed to do well last year. So that's about it folks. See you later.